to the Creation Evaluation Station, where I give in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old, mostly Lego, but other products as well. I also do discussion and reviews of other creative works such as movies, cartoons, and video games. On this episode, we are going to be reviewing large set here. It is Jurassic World Indoraptor Rampage at Lakewood Manor. It's quite a mouthful. That is the back. It's quite a large set. Let's move back a little bit further and turn around and see the other side. There's the back. Alright, once again the front and down. Okay, stats on this big boy. The set number 75930. It is a 8 to 12-year-old set, or would also be 8+. Although I don't think they have an 8+ category right now. It might probably would either be a 9+. Because I think they go 4+, 6+, then 9+. But that's what it was when this set came out. It was 8 through 12. I think it'd be a 9+ set maybe now, or something like that. It has 1,014 pieces. Came out in 2018 and retailed for $129.99. Now, it's a big set, though it's a very different Jurassic World set, considering it has a building. Got blue in it, which is cool. And it's got the big old Indoraptor, which I found it an interesting dinosaur, even if it is a bit weird looking. I have a bit of a story behind this. Several years ago, I didn't have a lot of money to buy these, especially the bigger sets like this. And then our local Walmart put it on sale for $30, and they had like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them left over, quite a few. But before I went and buy it, I went home and talked to my wife about picking it up because it's a really great set. Plus, I wanted to know what she thought of, just let her know what I was doing. You come in the next day, they're all gone. Now, our store was not that busy. This was not around Christmas time. Apparently, a scalper came in, found them all, and picked them all up. So, I was out of luck for that. And it was on clearance for $30. $30! And I just said it was $130 originally. Now, I think it might have been a little bit cheaper by then. $100? Not sure. Still, that was a really great price for this set. It's a huge set. It's got a big dinosaur and a small dinosaur, plus a lot of pieces. So, skip ahead, over a year later, this set shows back up at our store and must have been returned by the scalper who didn't sell them all. So he returned them and got his money back. But it was still $30. So I picked it up. And that is how I got this set. So let's go put it together and check it out. Here we have the contents of the box. We have one really thick instruction booklet and large magazine sized. Got a sticker sheet. It's a big sticker sheet, but it doesn't have many stickers. They're just large stickers. Only 5 of them. Kind of surprised with this set. Must be a lot of prints. Well, find out as we move on. Alright, so we have 1 really big bag, 2 really big bags, 3 really big bags, 4 really big bags, 5 really big bags, 6 really big bags. But wait, there's still more. We also have 2 bagged dinosaurs. That is it for the box contents. We have the contents of bag 1, and it's a lot. All these bags have quite a few pieces. Got the good old brick separator. Got some large plates, of course. bunch of windows. A lot of 2x2 bricks. Small arches, plates, bricks, lots of bricks, special bricks like that. Like these, good support pieces. Got a bunch of corner pieces. Some plants. We have one figure here. And a bunch of these round bricks. A lot of dots. We got some flowers here. And of course we have window panes for all those windows. A lot of these anti-studs on, oh no, they're actually peg hole one stud bricks. Bunch of these fancy things. Some hinges, I think. The other half of the hinges aren't here, so parts of hinges. But yeah, total, it's quite a lot here. Here we have a bag 2, and it feels like there's a little bit less in this one. Got a bunch of these brick pieces in the nougat color. Some large panels here. Hollow on one side. They're not a solid brick type thing. Yeah, I can just lay down. Some more plates, large plates, doorways, railings, a lot of these large 1x2 bricks. I think they're six high, something like that. And I got some large bricks here. More large bricks, bunch of plates, this, that, and everything. Window piece. This nice clear window piece. Not sure where it goes, but we also have some printed pieces, computer console, and a keyboard piece. Much more smaller pieces, including more 1x1 bricks, round bricks. A lot of these nozzles. Some diamonds and rubies, I guess. I don't know what they're doing in here. We have 2 more characters. We also have a dino egg and a little baby raptor, which I didn't even realize is in here. So many bigger dinosaurs in here. Well, that is bag 2. Still got quite a few pieces. Just a few less, I think, than the last one. On to bag 3. Got a lot of the same pieces in here. That was another. This is definitely a part set if you need a lot of large building pieces. More of those windows, you know, more of the pillars or whatever you want to call the large things. We've got a door here. We have a nice print for a map. A lot of bricks. Some more arches. Some more of these gray 1x1 bricks. A lot of those. This entire set. We got another character here. The little girl. Some tiles. 1x3 tiles. Different colors. We have burnt hot dog. I don't know why they're black. I call them burnt. But we also have an umbrella and a spyglass. We have a lot more spyglasses. Eyeglasses. Over here. And 10. More nozzles. Some spaghetti pieces. We have more window panes for all those windows. A couple of these plates. Quite a bit in this one. I think more little stuff than big. On to the 4th bag. We're over halfway there. We got a lot of chunky slopes. That brownish red color is kind of nice. We have these strange balcony pieces, which I've actually seen those before, but what I have not seen are these windows that go in them. I bet you they're probably used in plane sets. But as that, we got a lot more bricks and plates of various kinds. Got some white tail tips, which I think are horns for the Triceratops skull model in there. Some 2x2 bricks. Some arches. We got another character in here. Blocky. Bunch of small knick-knacky pieces. Yeah, I really think this has got the Triceratops skull in it. But that's it for that bag. On to bag 5. We're getting close. Alright, we have a lot more windows. More plates, of course. More supports and things. Large windows / doors, whatever you want to call them. Big clear piece here. It's the same piece as that, only clear. We have a bike, and that is a piece I've not seen before. Maybe it's been in other sets. This looks familiar, but the chassis doesn't. We have Owen in here. We have the tires for the thing. A lot of little pieces. A lot of pieces in general. Some more fencing or whatever you want to call it. Lots of bricks. Lots of corner angle bricks. Corner bricks. Plates. Got these interesting round bowls. I don't know what they're for in this set. There's so much going on in this set that you look at the thing and you see the big building, but there's a lot of small things going on, which we'll look at in the main review. But yeah, that is bag 5. Way out here, because there's a lot here. We are on the 6th bag, the final bag. And no, you are not having deja vu. This is very similar to the last bag. It's missing the character, and there's some minor other differences as well. But almost the same pieces are here. I don't really feel like repeating myself, although I missed some things from the last bag that I wanted to point out. And that was this piece here, which is a rather studs on side build, or studs on side plate. That's rather strange. Just this 2 of them, because there's 1 in each bag. Just one I have not seen before. Let's see, was there anything else I missed? No, don't think so. Yeah, this is the last bag. It's very similar to the one before it. Here we have our leftover parts. Got some plant stems. We got those duplicates of those jewels, which is kind of nice. This is a duplicate, which I'm a little bit surprised of, and I might even go back because I feel like it shouldn't be a duplicate, but it's a nice piece to have a double of. It can be used for a minifigure to put a backpack or something on him. Really nice piece if it is a duplicate. So I'm having my doubts about it. We also have a double of the blackened hot dog piece, which is not used for a hot dog. It's actually used for the neck of a lamp, which is kind of cool. I have 2 pins over here, and they're dupes, duplicates, doubles, extras, sort of. They could be used in the set to connect things together, and are probably needed if you wanted to set it up a certain way. I'm not sure, but because you can take certain parts of it apart and reassemble it differently, and they might be required for that, or to put some kind of addition onto it as well. Although, unless you bought 2 of this set, which seems a bit excessive, I don't know what other things you would attach to it. And of course, we have the obligatory brick separator in a large set. That isn't a duplicate in the set, but if you have any large sets, you probably have plenty of them. We have at least part of our cast here. I'm going to call these the bad guys for this set. Been a while since I've seen the movie. I don't quite remember all the characters from it. And I have names for these guys, but I don't remember who or what happened with them in the movie. First guy there is Gunnar Eversole. The next guy is Eli Mills. And then the last guy is Ken Wheatley. So, yep, these are essentially the bad guys. They got, you know, okay prints. Nothing spectacular. Got these two match with their suit and tie. I'm gonna pop off their accessories. And pop the hair pieces off so we can see their second faces if they have any. Well, I'm guessing this guy doesn't because of his hat. Swinging him around. And sure enough, he doesn't. This guy's the only one with a second face. I guess this guy, they thought his hair was too short or something. Prints on the back. Oh, are slightly different. This guy's got a kind of armor on. Is it on the front? No. Oh, but they are different. I was not looking at them close. So they're both wearing different kinds of black suits. One guy's got a like black jacket or a flak jacket or a bulletproof vest even or something over the top of his coat. But there are those guys. And we'll now look at the good guys. On to what I'm going to classify as the good guys here. We have a baby raptor, which I believe that might be the same print from the 4+ set I just did, the T-Rex breakout. Not sure though. It's definitely brown like that one, but the print might be different. We have Owen Grady. We have, oh my gosh, just forgot her name. Claire. And we have Maze, the little girl, from the movie. So I'm classing these as the good guys. We gotta sort of separate them out anyways. There's too many of them. Maze here has the short child legs, which makes sense. She's a small child. And she's probably suffering the worst out of all of these, with not having enough opacity for the white and even the yellow around the neck. It's supposed to be for, or white, I should say, off-white for the skin color. These aren't regular Lego figures. They're not yellow skinned. But both Owen and both of these two have problems in the undershirt area where the neck is, where it's not quite opaque enough. His looks a little bit better, but that may be because of the color of the piece. I don't know. You know, that's the way Lego goes. Good quality stuff. They just can't get their paint jobs down. I mean, they get nice designs, but yeah. Let's pop off the accessories and give them all haircuts. Doing, doing, and doing. So, not blocking too much of the prints you can see there, but let's flip it over, and everybody has a second face. Oh, this is great. Get the eyebrow thing going there. Scared face, a little bit disappointed, regular old dino face. So that's it for the figures, or for the main minifigures. We still have the big dinos to go. First we have Blue. One of the same old Raptor mold we've seen before. But I just have to comment on these because these molds are very well molded. Their head sculpts are very well molded and look very much like the creature you see in the movie. Amazingly so. And we'll see that really a lot with the next one as well. This guy's color schemes I really like. The you know, it's blue and green, but it's not bright. It's muted. It's very earth toned, even though it is. Wouldn't think it'd be quite so. But yeah, these head sculpts are so. Like, I mean, I think they're more based off from the original Jurassic Parks, but they look really good. And it says a lot to their molding team. I mean, this has got to be molded at, well, maybe it's, I don't know if it's computer generated completely or not, but they managed to pull it off, and definitely so with the next one. But like every raptor, it's got head spin, it's got snappy jaws, it has grasping hands that can hold on to peg things like any minifigure, and it's got anti-studs on the feet so you can attach it to things, and 4 studs on its back so you can attach something there, because everybody wants to put a minifigure there, because who doesn't want to ride a dinosaur? Lego is smart enough to know to do that. But yeah, that's blue from this set, looking good. Here we have the deadly black Indoraptor. Quite a stark difference from the Indominus Rex from the first movie. That one was white, this being black. Although, definitely made this a lot scarier than the white dino from the first one. As I was saying about sculpts, I mean, look at this guy's head. It looks really good and very accurate. The only problem I have with this is not the sculpt here on the face and the head, but the location of the neck joint. I feel like it should have been up higher to here, or maybe perhaps done something different with the neck, because the way they have this here makes this really have this really weird bulge here. And if I don't know, if it was up here like this, it would make this seem less insignificant. But yeah, he's got kind of a bit of a weird lump on the back of his head. I mean, I don't think the head is the wrong size for the body or anything, disproportionate. I think it's just the positioning of this neck and the chunk that, because they have to take a chunk out of there so that you can, you know, bend the neck. And the joint should just be up higher in there than where they put it. Really only complaint about this. Other than that, it's beautiful looking. Like I said, beautiful sculpt. It's got a really great paint job. I think that's dual molding for the teeth. No, I think that's just a paint job. But yeah, it looks really good. He's got a rotating tail, and it's also rubber. Quite a bit of it's rubber all the way back, which is probably good so you're not poking people's eyes out or damaging as much. His back feet, the sickle claws, larger sickle claws, completely posable. Front arms are posable. But what's really cool is both that and he's got wrist action. And you see the way his hands are? Could actually fit a minifigure in his hands. Why they chose a minifigure and not put, you know, make them so they can hold, you know, accessories with pegs and things. I don't know, but that's the way they chose to do him. Ooh. Come on. But Owen's fighting here. He don't want to go in. But yeah. Can hold the minifigure. And if he gets hungry, you know, it's human burger time. Nom 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 nom. But neck rotates around and goes up and down. If you rotate it, you can get it to move other ways. Go. Owen got away. And the jaw opens and closes. It only has 2 hard click positions. You can get it to go in between, although you do risk it snapping shut. I love the snapping sound. But beautiful paint job. It is a bit weird looking dino. Like the arms are too long, which I said that has nothing to do with the Lego model. It has to do with the actual creature from the movie. His arms were too long. They bugged me. But he's a man-made creature. He's not really a realistic dinosaur. So there is that to consider. Alright, we've got everything here together. Just get a group shot, so to speak. Although there's a lot more to this than what you see here. I mean, it barely fits in the picture. Got this beautiful building, this manor. We will be breaking down some of it. Mainly looking at his motorcycle. There's another small build. And then the inside. I am going to flip this around so we can see the inside now. And we're going to just bulldoze this entire scene that I just made. Because this is not just a flat building. See here, we have another additional build. This dinosaur Triceratops skull that I believe was actually positioned relatively there in the movie. Can't be sure. This inside isn't exactly set up the way the movie has it. It's got some areas where there were some seams, but it doesn't mean that was where it was located in the building. But as you can see, there is a lot more going on back here. Let's start back outside with the motorcycle here. I really like the looks of this motorcycle. Now, its main core piece is a motorcycle piece I've used before. Excuse me, Owen. Let's pull him off there. But this dark green piece, I am not familiar with it. It looks good. I mean, it looks like a kind of a military motorcycle, which, as you know, Lego doesn't like to do military vehicles, but can easily get away with this. And it's, I mean, it's what was used in the movie too, so it's not like they were being inaccurate. There's not a lot of pieces to this. There's just the 2 pieces for the main motorcycle piece and the wheels and tires. You put the tires on, and the 1 headlight piece. Not much to it, but it looks pretty good. It rolls good. It does stand by itself, but it's a little wobbly. This is not the best place because my stage here is not exactly level, but I can get it to stand still. And it rolls really good. And it falls over. But it'll stand with sit pretty well with a figure in there as well. You got to watch what they're holding in their hands. It might get a little bit tipsy with that, but it's a pretty nice looking motorcycle. I mean, it's basically a minifigure accessory more than it is a built motorcycle, but I really like the design. Here's the one little side build we do have that's an actual build, unlike the motorcycle. And it's pretty sweet, actually. I think maybe this middle piece is a little bit too big creating a really wide crest, but you know, it's okay. I like the little table it's built on, and it's, you know, it got most of the bulk here. You know, this looks really big up here, so it's not like top heavy. It's not gonna fall over too much unless you tip it over. Even though it looks a little bit more precarious than it is. Oh, I didn't even notice that. There is a hinge there. You can make the Triceratops' mouth open up if you want. Feed me, Seymour. It's pretty good considering it's a skeleton, but there's a joint here, but that's more or less just to keep, you know, give you the accurate angles and stuff. It's a pretty cute build for Triceratops. It makes me, there was a set with, I think it was a creator set where they had 3 different dinosaurs, and I think there was a Triceratops in it. Makes me want to get that set. I mean, I kind of wanted to anyways. I'm a big dinosaur fan as it is. But this just reminds me of that and makes me long for it more. But yeah, it's a pretty good build, and it's supposed to sit, I believe, right here. I think it faced the doors though, which isn't very good for the camera look. But I think it sits here because, and there's a skylight up top, and what happens in the movie is the raptor falls through the skylight and dies on the horns of the Triceratops, which was really cool. Spoiler if you haven't seen the movie. Sorry, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, not the Utah Raptor, the Indoraptor falls upon the T-Rex, or the Triceratops skeleton, and gets killed, we think. But we're going now to take a tour, and I will start outside, and I'll be holding the camera, so I will try to keep it as steady as possible, and we will go around this whole entire building. There's some hidden things, there's some smaller things hopefully can show the details of. We'll probably pull some things apart. Okay, so let's start with our tour. I'm just gonna pan the whole front here, and start up here at the top. Have these lovely smokestacks and this skylight up here. The skylight's got something more to it though, and there is a little knob here. If you pull it out, boink, it falls in, helping you recreate that scene from the movie. Just holding it in. Okay, put it back together. But yeah, pretty neat. Moving down. I mean, the front is, you know, pretty same-ish looking, but we got these wonderful windows. We have a door with this small balcony. You can put a figure there. Oh, there's something else in there. What did I do? Having a bit of issues there. Just found out something interesting. This balcony has got a door here. It goes in that you can come out. There is a gold stud that was here as a door handle. It gets knocked off if you close the door, and it was floating around down here on the bottom. I don't know if they didn't realize that wouldn't work. I mean, it hits the door frame. It's a lot wider than 6 out wider than the door. So that's gonna have to come off and I guess get tossed in the extra pieces. And here we have the roof of the little side building. It's 2 stories compared to the 3 stories the main section is. These had there's a printed piece that's supposed to, or a sticker that's supposed to go in here and in here, and it's basically a brick pattern. Nothing fancy. I think it looks fine overall without it, but it does add more to the brick appearance, which you can see here. There's a couple of pieces like that throughout to show that this is actually a brick building with maybe stucco on it or something. And we got this beautiful little round window. Now there's no actual window glass there, it's completely hollow, but it has a nice form to it. Come down here to the first floor. There's more of these big old windows, and here's our doors. Yeah, see, they put these door handles here, which is fine. Now these open up and they're kind of stiff because they're a regular made, they're a joint, not a regular door hinge. Moving along the side here. Now see, there's these drainage pipes that go up both sides of the building. There's one on the other side as well. I just think that they look pretty cool. That's where all those round pieces went. For this came on in the pieces. So we're gonna start turning it around. Both sides look the same, but I can get a good side profile look of everything. Got some doorways there along the side. You can see here, there's peg holes, and that's where those extra pegs can be used, or you can reattach them like you want. This is a separate section here. I didn't tear that apart. Let's do that. These two wing pieces on both sides, these smaller building pieces, are a separate piece. Like that. Coming out pretty easy. Now, yeah, they only attach it on the bottom, even though there's connections at the top. I don't know why, but they designed it that way. I mean, that's fine. You can do what you want with them, although if you look at the building here, that connected, there's only holes on the bottom. There's none up here on the second floor. So why there are holes on the second floor here, I don't know. But you can just go in there and get connected again. So yeah, that's those connectors. Going back up the thing, you can see a little bit better of the skylight there. Coming around here. Backside, this is the inside of those side pieces. Now they're both the exact same, inside and out. Or, yeah. See the hinges used to make the roof slopes. And they have these little pottery art designs, and they have the same one on both sides. I don't know. I guess they're just, pots. And then moving down into here, we have these two walls here with railings on. These can come out and they can come off like so. You could attach them together to make them longer. Make a longer one like this if you wanted to. And they're supposed to be like museum not diagrams, but displays. There are stickers that are supposed to go inside these big panels. There's basically a hollow panel and then a hollow clear panel, making like a space in between where you would put your diagram. I like the little lights here that they have on top that are supposed to be there. They have two different stickers for each side. It does give it a little bit more character. I may or may not. Those are really big panels that could be used for something else if I wanted to build something. So it's hard. Alright, so moving back up top here. There's our skylight. There is the inside of our balcony stair or doorway. We have the bedroom, which I had the one bedroom scene in it. We have a desk over here with a map, a lamp, and a little place to store an umbrella. Which doesn't come out that easy. Now, my big man hands, and I'm not left-handed either, which is what I'm trying to do. But yeah, it's a little work area there. Moving down, we have the more scientific area here. You got an egg incubator there with an egg. So kind of got knocked over. Some computers, some kind of DNA sequencer here, and this is a carrying case. Oh, that's where the egg is supposed to go. It got knocked out. But this is the inside of that interesting window that's out there. They have a microscope, which I really like that microscope build. And the computer, main screen, widescreen computer. And moving down again, we have just the entryway here with the doors open. Let's just close them up. You can see them closed. I don't like the back end of those doors. I mean, they put those on so you don't scrape them against these too much, but I don't like the looks of that. They work better, maybe just some, I don't know, just something different. They could have done that and just made them the same color. That would have worked. We got some floral arrangements here on both sides. And that's pretty much it. Well, I'll show you that skylight again. You can see the trap method here from the back side. Oh, there he goes. Falls in. And the Triceratops is supposed to be down here. Can reenact the death of the Indoraptor. But that's it primarily for the set. It's spinning around, see a picture, get a good glimpse of the whole thing here again from the outside. Look at that beautiful building. Let's give this thing final rating. Once again, I am surrounded by a very large set. So overall, this is an okay set. It depends on what you want. Like, if you want just the dinos, I don't think this is worth getting for just the dinos. Granted, it's the only place you can get the Indoraptor. The only set. Now, there are other ways of getting it through, like, Bricklink and stuff. If you're really into it, I'd be probably a better bet. I don't know how much it would cost, but probably less than this whole entire set. But if you enjoy building bricks, you know, building buildings from scratch, and this is a beautiful looking building, you might like this set. You get some dinosaurs to play along with it. If you're a big Jurassic World set, love that big finale scene, you're gonna love this set. I enjoyed it to some extent myself. I'll talk a little bit more as I go along. But starting with the appearance, this looks great. As I said, this mansion, whatever you want to call it, this really big house, looks amazing. Both the front side that you see here and even the back side too. It's got a lot of detail in the back side. The front's got embellishes that make it look nice. The way, I mean, it's repetitive in its design, but that's the way the building looks. Anybody, you know, familiar with buildings, most of us are, we live in them, know that a lot of times there's symmetry and similar embellishes throughout fancy buildings and even not so fancy buildings. You know, other things look good. The little Triceratops skull looks kind of good. I haven't nitpicked. I think the shield's a little too wide. But you know, it still looks pretty good and very clever. I like how the mouth moves. The figures are great. The dinos look amazing. Both Blue and the Indoraptor look great. That motorcycle looks awesome. There's really not much complaint visually. I do have small complaint with the head here, but that's actually, it's a function problem that's causing a visual problem. That makes sense. Actually, it's not a function problem. It's the use of the function that's causing a visual problem. Something along the lines I talk about. Just the positioning of the neck needs to be back or more further back on the head, or the body needs to be designed different so that it comes straight down like the regular raptor does. But it's really kind of, the sculpts are amazing, so it's not like they look bad at all. And I gave appearance a 10. It's definitely a 10, worth a 10 with this set. On to function. Well, it functions well for what it's supposed to be, which is the final battle scene of the movie, and you get the important characters for that scene. You get some important locations for those scenes, including some of the scenes leading up to it, like the bedroom scene and some of the other things. You have the final moments of the Indoraptor in this function with the falling skyline or skylight, and that functions well. Pull it out, up, drop, it drops. You can even put the raptor up there and have him fall down with it. This is why I'm pretty sure they put this in here, because he does die on this. So it functions fine for what it's supposed to. The only problems is, as you saw in the main reveal, the unfunctioning doorknob. Yeah, that was, I don't know, some kind of weird mistake that they did. But it's really inconsequential. But I gave function a 9. Why didn't I give it a 10? Just because there's always more they could have added to this, you know. There just is. There's always more. But more costs more money, of course. So, you know, what they did is fine with the budget they got. But it gives a 9 for potentially there could be more. Now, fun. This is a fun. You got plenty of, you know, play out the scenes. You got the dinosaurs just to play around with them. You don't even need to do the scenes. Like I said, some people just want the dinosaurs. Don't care about the town or the building itself. But there's also the build itself. Now, there's two things about this build. It is fun, but it's also repetitive. The building itself is very repetitive. And this is not a bad thing. Like, it depends on what mood I'm in, but having a repetitive, just building bricks on top of each other, building something up, can feel really good and relaxing. But also building something that has unique things and is different and it stimulates the mind, that can be fun as well. The set has both things, because the building itself has that kind of, you know, methodical brick. I mean, there's a little bit variance here. They added some of these brick shaped bricks with the 1x2s with the brick pattern carved into them, molded into them. So it changes things up a little bit, but it's really not that, you know, different. It's very methodically building it up. Where things get interesting is all the little mini builds for all the furniture, the decorations, all that stuff. Those are really fun to build and see what you're building. Like, oh, you know, okay, we're taking these couple pieces, put them here, and suddenly we have a lamp, or, you know, a computer screen or something. Those were pretty good. So you get the best of both worlds with this, but the most of the building is the building itself. So, and it depends, like I said, for myself, it depends on what mood I am in. Sometimes the methodical stuff is really good. Other times, I'm more interested in building something that interests me, sparks my imagination, something like that inspires me. It can vary with you too as well. And I gave it, because of that, I gave it a 9. It's not a bad score, but it's just something to think about when you're building. Other than that, the actual play value of fun would be a 10. So, you know, I think it balances out a little bit between the building and the actual play. Ed, you may entirely enjoy building this. I actually, when I was in building it, I think I was more into the furniture. I was having more enjoyment with the furniture than I was the actual building. I mean, building it's okay, but it felt more like chore building, and then I'd get to the little tiny builds for each floor. And that's a good thing. The instructions kind of, you know, you do it floor by floor, but that includes the furnishings as well. You do floor by floor. So you'd build the building, and then you'd build the little things on that floor, and then you get to the next floor, build the next floor, and then build the little things on the floor. So it kept it balanced as well. So you didn't get totally bored just building that is very repetitive. I mean, these windows are the same windows, and they're built the same way. A lot of the structuring is the same. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the fun. Now, techniques. As I said, the building itself, kind of pretty basic building techniques, along with the methodical building part. There's a lot of large pieces that are put into here, which save on piece counts, but you know, it messes with the price or whatever. But the smaller the inside builds, there's some really clever uses of parts for the furniture and some of the other stuff going on inside. And because, you know, of the different things, I gave it a 9. I also gave it a 9. There's a lot of mixed things with this set. Just like, you know, most of the Jurassic Park sets deal with the Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. They deal with it. You get dinosaurs, you get a vehicle for them to chase them down or be chased by them. Which in this case, we do get a motorcycle. There is that. Or, you know, you get like fencing or some kind of out in the nature thing. That's what you usually get with a Jurassic World, the Jurassic Park set. Well, this set, we get a building. A full-on building, not a little shed or something, you know, side build. A full-on building, which you think about, that's kind of hard, because how do you play with a dinosaur in a building? Because dinosaurs are big. They don't belong in buildings. But that's what makes a set unusual. Not bad, necessarily, just unusual. But that aside, get all the grades. Add them all up. What do you get? Divided by 4, we get a 9.25, which gives us a 9.5, which is a good grade. Indeed. Despite being a unique, strange set. As far as price, let's see, what was it? We said it was $129.99 and had, I get this right, 1,019 pieces. Now that gives our piece to price ratio 12 cents price to piece. So 12 cents for one piece. That's 2 cents over the minimum. That's really not bad, considering, one, this is a licensed set. 2, you have a lot of big pieces, both with these dinosaurs, this guy and this guy. And a lot of the building pieces are just big. There's like full panel pieces like this here. Well, these windows were actually rather smaller. You had to build them up. But there's a lot of large bricks that you use to build this thing up quickly. So that's a decent price, and thus I gave it a pass. It's not a great set. If you could get it for $100, like I believe it did get marked down to $100 at one point on some kind of rollback or whatever, that's a good price. Now, granted, I got mine for 30 bucks. That's crazy clearance price. Good luck trying to find it like that, especially nowadays. This set is retired. But $100 would be a good price. This was a decent price. So I gave it a P for pass. That brings our total score up to a 9.5 P. So an all-around decent score, a decent set, good price. You're getting your money's worth here for the most part. Your miles may vary. Those are my opinions, of course, and always. Make sure you, but like I say, I try to show everything I can here so you can make your own judgment. Don't have to always trust mine. So let me know what you think of this. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course share with others, and comment down below what you think of this, of any the Jurassic Park line in all Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. You know, I grew up with Jurassic Park, and then they had changed it to Jurassic World, and I kind of understand why, but you know, the words slip out the wrong way all the time. But yeah, we got a few more sets coming. I got to do that I have for older ones, but I do have a bit of news. I'm going to be getting the new sets in for the newest Jurassic World Dominion movie. And as soon as I get them in, I'm going to start them, even if I haven't finished these. We'll go back to these afterwards. I think it's been a good look down memory lane of the older sets. But we are going to be looking at what's new. So that's it for me here at the Creation Evaluation Station, reminding you that creativity is key.